Redline Logbook here for Chapter 3 of Wistoria. We start off with learning that Will has a part-time job. He delivers newspapers in the morning, and he's been doing it for a while because he even knows the neighbors who he delivers papers to. When Will looks at one of the papers, the front page is that Alsfina, the Snow Princess, created a new magic again. Will is, as you can imagine, super proud of her, and is even more pumped up to catch up to her. And then he continues to read the paper, and he finds out that the upper college has an order, a request from Alsfina herself, which got Will completely pumped up, and he's ready to go. Will just barges straight into his dorm room, and he asks his roommate Ross for some magic items. So this is the first time we actually get to meet his roommate. In fact, up to this point we didn't know he had one. Apparently him and Ross get along really well. And not just that, but Ross is a magical engineer who creates magic items. And apparently he gives them to Will whenever he asks. So they must be close friends. Hopefully we'll get to see more of him soon enough, because this is going to be the only time we see him in this chapter. Ross asks him, why do you need the magic items this time? And Will's all excited, saying that Alsfina put out a request to collect cores from Frostwalkers on the 4th floor, so he's gonna rush over there, get as many as he can for her. While Will is about to run out the door, Core just shoves a piece of bread into his mouth and reminds him to take care of himself. So yeah, he's a good dude. So we get more lore. Apparently, an ancient witch, Mercedes, said that everything that lives originally came from a dungeon, and so she encouraged humanity to go into the dungeon to discover the truth of this world, and to gather all the unknown knowledge the dungeon has to offer. When Will gets to the 4th floor, he sees that a bunch of students are already there. So apparently, Alfrina is very popular amongst all of their generation, which makes sense because she's a part of it. Thrawn is also down there, just killing everything in sight. His friends are super impressed, but he's pissed. He wants to find something as strong as the evil Sentinel so he can prove himself. He just can't get past the fact that he's weaker than Will. Will decides to go deeper into the dungeon to try to find some more cores when he hears a girl scream, and she's being attacked by 3 penguin monsters. Will just cuts them all down easily. So the girl that Will saved, her name is Iris. She's 2 years younger than him, and she's a super big fan of Asfuria as well, because apparently Asfuria saved her a while back when she was surrounded in the dungeon by monsters. And of course she knows who Will is, because he's famous for being the first non-magic user in their school. Will is waiting to be looked down upon, because that's how most people act towards him, but she points out, how can I look down on the person who just saved my life? Iris also wishes to become a Magi Wanda as well, and help all those other great mages hold up the sky. Iris then points out that pretty much all of the ice monsters have been wiped out, and even with her search magic she can't find any. But that's when Will, with his cruel crystal beast, discover a little ice crystal just floating in the air. Yeah, so Will doesn't have magic, so he can't use search magic, obviously. So he tracked the old-fashioned way, and he tells her that whenever a ice golem walks around, it leaves a little bit of ice chunks around. But the majority of the time, they're either half of a millimeter to a 1 millimeter long, but the ice chunk that he just found is much bigger, which means whatever they're closing in on must be giant. Iris then recommends that the two of them leave because fighting a giant monster is out of their wheelhouse. But then Will says, I understand that magic is powerful, but it's not absolute. And he moves forward into the cave. He basically tells her that he's going to win because he has experience. The experience to turn the unknown into knowledge. And this is something I'm really beginning to like about Will, because in a world of magic, there are 3 routes you can go. You can go the Black Clover way, where Asta has anti-magic. You can go the Mash way, where he's just OP, and so he just literally just punch through magic. Or you can go Will's way, which is use your brain. Find a way to win outside of just using overwhelming force. I love a character written this way. They're extremely rare nowadays, but I like them a lot. Another good example of a character like this would be one from Rokia of the 6 Flowers. So the monster decides to attack from the ceiling, trying to crush them, but Will grabs Iris and jumps out of the way. And it's revealed that this is an ice wreck, a giant spider-like ice monster. And when I say giant, I mean it could literally crush both of them at the exact same time with just 1 foot. Alright, if you enjoy this video, subscribe, give a thumbs up so you enjoy more Wistoria and other anime things. Thank you, and have a great day.